everyone, welcome back. It's Chanel. Hope you're having a blissful day. Today's video is all about the opportunity of pain. This video really is for anyone who is going through a really tough time and wanting to understand what is the opportunity of pain, how you can turn your pain into something good, and how you can use your pain to your advantage. So maybe you're going through a breakup, I am, or maybe you just lost your job, or maybe you're just disappointed with where you are in life at the moment. The list could go on and on, but the point is you're going through something that is difficult, something that hurts, something that is painful or causing you pain. All right, so today's lesson, is the opportunity, keyword opportunity of pain. How to use pain to your advantage and how to truly see the opportunity in pain. All right, let's get right to it. All right, so what I think is really important to note is that life is filled with duality. There's light and there's dark, there's good and there's evil, and then there's joy and despair. Not one can live without the other. And this is a really important lesson that I think we all need to take into account when realizing that duality is part of life, meaning that in order to have joy, there also has to be moments of despair. So, takeaway here is it's impossible to escape. Duality is a part of life. Many people think that life should be perfect. People think that they really just want to live in a world where nothing bad ever happens to them, where they never experience pain, and where truly everything just goes right. Now, in theory, this sounds amazing. You're like, of course, why would I not want to live a life where everything is just perfect? Take the time to think about it and realize that a lot of the best moments in life come after a really big dip. Oftentimes, you really find yourself and also find like the best life lessons through a moment or through an experience or through a time where you had to struggle or you had to grow or you had to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and really try to dig deep into who you are. It's really in the moments that we have deep pain or where we struggle or we're going through something painful where you figure out, or we all figure out who we really are. See pain as an opportunity to figure out who you are. So let's talk about people who really use pain to their advantage. The first two people to come to mind who really used pain and used pain in a good way, it sounds like, oh, I use pain, who used their pain to their advantage and found it as an opportunity or saw it as an opportunity are Sam Smith and Adele. The reason I think of them is that they really were able to use deep pain. They both went through extreme heartbreak, but they used that pain to turn it into art and into music. Think about where we would be without someone like you. I don't know, but I feel like everyone who has gone through a breakup or a really hard time and is just like needing to belt out their emotions has played that song in their room or in their car or at some time in their life. So thank you, Adele. But anyways, think about it. For both of them, for both Sam Smith and Adele, would those albums, would those songs be as incredible and as emotional and as impactful as they are today if both Sam Smith and Adele hadn't gone through that experience themselves? I truly think that them experiencing that pain and personally going through the heartbreak and personally going through that really tough experience was what made them have the ability to turn their pain into true art and music that resonates with so many people because they were speaking their truth, they were speaking words that people who are going through it can relate to. So what is the shift that you needed to take in order to see pain as an opportunity? The mindset shift, or question you need to ask yourself is, how can I see pain as a teacher? What can I learn from this? So ask yourself, what is this pain teaching me? I'm gonna use an example as a breakup. I'm going through it now, but I think a lot of people can relate to this. So if you're going through a breakup, if you've gone through a breakup, I'm just gonna use this as an example. Again, you can apply this to anything, like if you're going through a job or losing a job, still being unsure about your life, just think about this analogy or comparison, but use it as an example to see how it relates to what's happening with you right now. But if you're going through a breakup, ask yourself, okay, what can I learn from this? And I think it's really natural and almost default for people to always think of the good. So maybe you're like,
I actually love this person and I'm really sad and I didn't learn anything because I just lost the love of my life.
It can feel like that, but there's a reason why you two aren't together. It sucks to hear that. It sucks for me to say that to you because I don't want to be that person, but I also think we need to be real with each other and real with ourselves. So ask yourself, what can I learn from this relationship? Where did the relationship go well and where did it go wrong? And the wrong, I think, is always hard, but it's possible. Just think about the moments where maybe it didn't feel right or maybe something felt off. When you look back, don't default to the rose-colored memories. Think about the moments that maybe you might have not noticed before, but in reality, they always existed. I always think of that 500 Days of Summer part of the movie where he defaults to thinking about the good things that happened, but in reality, there were moments that weren't good that he just wasn't taking into account for the breakup. So think about, what can you learn from the breakup? What can you learn about yourself? Ask yourself questions of, what's really powerful is you now know what you want. Really take the time, just write down a list. What do you want in your next relationship? What did you like about this current relationship? And how can you use your experience from this breakup to actually build a stronger, more loving, more compassionate relationship in the future? Okay, so in summary, step 1 is taking the time to really learn from the experience, see pain as a teacher, and try to figure out what you can learn about yourself from it. Sit with yourself and spend some time alone thinking. Step 2 is taking action. So in step 1, you learned why something was painful or what about it was causing you pain. So step 2 is actually taking action. And taking action can show up in many ways, and it's not like one thing you need to do. I think a great example of taking inspired action is actually, like I said, Smith and Adele, who chose to take action through expression. So expression can be, for them it was music, it can be art, it can be writing, it can be exercise. I actually really love to run when I'm going through a tough time, or just generally if I have a lot of emotions. I feel like running and being out there with my physical body and just pushing myself really gets all of those emotions out and helps me grow and helps me think. It gives me that space. So think about what kinds of expression work best for you. So again, quick summary. Step 1 is spending time with yourself, figuring out what you can learn from your experience and from the pain. Step 2 is taking inspired action. So finally, my loves, my beautiful people, when going through pain, I think it's really easy or natural to, or even super common for people to think that something is wrong with them. And because of the pain, they think they are a failure or they failed, and so they think they're not good enough, or just something's wrong with them and life is always turning out wrong. And that is not the case. Going back to what I said earlier, I think this is so important for you to hear. Life is filled with duality. Life is always gonna have light and dark, good and evil, joy and despair. And maybe you're in the moment of despair right now, but it's not long term. I really do think life is kind of like I don't know if I wish I had the camera, but like this, where it, has mostly peaks, a little dip, but then after every dip, there's a new peak. So know that this moment in time is not a reflection of you. You have so much power and there's so much good that can come from this. I truly believe that there is an opportunity of pain. I feel like a lot of my most creative projects or moments have actually come from going through something really tough, and also just I feel like it connects us more. I've had a lot of friendships where we now have bonded over certain experiences, and it's a lot more powerful to talk to someone when they've actually gone through something and understand what you're going through. So sending you so much love, all the good love. I hope you have a blissful day, and don't forget, most important thing, hooking you in, perking you in at the end, subscribe. Please subscribe or share, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 ding. Do all the things. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Because I love making these videos and I want to keep making these videos and I want to know what you guys like. So please comment below with what resonated with you, and I cannot wait to see you all next week. And again, sending you my love if you are going through a really tough time. I know I've been there. Okay, mwah. Bye.